Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in Spakovo, Poland. We are starting a bit earlier today and going straight into the tractor. Technically it's not even earlier, but yeah. In any case, the nature is blooming and we have to put some seeds in the ground, otherwise we're gonna miss the time. And if I'm not mistaken, I will have to go and have a look with our beautiful sheep and goats. I think there's some happening there. Just get this out of the way without breaking the door off. Yeah, so I hope you all been doing well. I need to get to the cedar that's all the way behind the cattle trailer. But first, let me try and hook all this up. This looks about perfect. Okay, and let's connect to the pallet fork. Right. I won't need pallet fork just yet, but I'll definitely need it to move the oats out of the way and then put the potatoes out of the shed. We still have seed potatoes in our shed, so yeah. I bought much too much, and we still have quite a lot of them. We're gonna use the Lamborghini for seeding. So we have our front loader tractor free for moving stuff around. And yeah, this is what you do when you have a small farm or too much equipment and not enough shelter. Because then you have to have one thing parked in front of the other, and to get to the other you gotta move. Come on. Alright, let's walk over. Right, so I do think I want to load it up as much as we can. It's probably not gonna take the whole pallet, but we can still try. Right, so the cedar is all filled up, and I know I said I was gonna put some oilseed rape or other type of crop in the ground, but I actually changed my mind and I'm gonna put rye in. Now I don't know, well, at least I think the horses won't eat rye, but I do think it's gonna give us some straw, because we're probably gonna need it for horses, or maybe not, you know, I don't know. We're gonna have to see when we come that far. But yeah, trying to plan ahead. Okay, let's leave the tractor running over here. If I'm not mistaken, we have 4 lambs. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. It's So again, I'll check the genetics of the animals. Yeah, look at you. Wiggly butts. Because they can't really stand on their own. Amazing. Alright, let's see what's up with genetics. Okay, now I can't really remember which one we had before. But there's... I still don't see any green. Oh, look at that, we have a small ram, which has everything extremely low except health. It's very low. So these are adults. Oh, excuse me, I was looking at the wrong screen. Hello, this is the correct status, yeah. So we have 2 rams. Okay, one has extremely low metabolism. Everything else is very low, except overall it's bad. And the other one is very low all around. Let's see if we have any. So these are our adult sheep, and these 2 are poor little girls. And you, sir, lady, sorry, you are expecting in May, second half of May, that is. We're gonna have some fresh new faces on the farm. So you're all invited to give suggestions on the names. Because I can only give or find so many suggestions I like. And everything else kind of loses the fun very quickly. Alrighty, let's put it into a low gear, start the fan, and away we go. Working. There's a lot of dust, so I hope it's working. Yeah, it looks like it's working. Perfect. I really like how this seed bed came out after we harrowed it. Feels like a very good seed bed for the crop we're gonna have. Okay, so I'm gonna try to put cruise control to around 10 kilometers an hour, and let's go to the second gear so we don't stress the engine too much. Okay, did I not set cruise control to 10? But I had now. So next month in April we're probably gonna be throwing some fertilizer on the ground, and after we're done with that, possibly weeding, maybe even putting some liquid fertilizer down, spraying the crop. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, we're gonna be done in no time. So if we have some time left, I'm gonna go check the meadow to see what the moisture says. Because if the grass is I was thinking about 15 to 16% moist. It might be a good time to actually cut it and make some hay out of it. But I still have to check the weather, because I don't want to be cutting and then expecting some kind of a rainfall or maybe even a storm. Even though storms in springtime are pretty rare, I think. We don't really see that around. You know, I was already thinking I need a smaller tractor, because I have a Zetor that basically does everything, and it's fairly powerful, modern, comfortable. So we might need something to operate on the farm on a small scale. We technically do have the Vineyard tractor, but that for some reason I feel it has a terrible turning circle. I don't know, it might just be me. Alrighty. Yeah, I think I could do this all day. Not as bumpy as plowing, and it's not as demanding as plowing is. And on a field of this scale, if we go over a bit, we don't really lose much. But if you think that you have a farm on a large scale and you're, you know, overdoing it or going over where you have already seeded, you might lose quite a lot of seed that way. And if the crop is too densely populated together, it also affects the yield because it can't grow. It technically suffocates on itself, which is a grim thing to think, but so it is. Alright, let's finish it off. Let's make a nice little ending on this side and all the way around. I don't know if you're familiar with that meme that was going around. This is art. This is shit. Oh man, I loved it. And I kind of associate it with it because seeding this field truly feels like making art. Yeah, and I don't think we actually used any of the, or used a lot of the seed that we brought over. Look at this. Right. I'm gonna have to fix just one little bit here. I can see that I missed. And this is how you ruin art. Alright, feels better now. Right, so for this field we gotta do the opposite side that we had previously. which means that I'm gonna have to pick the center somewhere around here. Okay, let's try and go straight toward that bush in the middle of the window and the trees. Alright, well, this is gonna be this half, and the other half is going to be in potatoes. Good, good. Finishing off this little piece, and I think we're gonna make it in one pass. Was I wrong? I think I wasn't. Beautiful. Okay, and to finish this off, let's go over here and beautiful. Let's give it a bit more. Okay. Let's have a look what we've done. Oh, I should turn off the blower. Yeah, I think this looks like a fairly well planted field. This is art. This is censored. Nice, nice, love it. Alright, let's have a think. I think we can put the planter right back where we had it, because I don't think we're gonna be moving any or putting any more seed in the ground this year. And before I do that, I want to take out all the seed. I guess I shouldn't have filled it with new seed because the old one was pretty good and there was plenty of it. But in any case, I've done it, and so here it is. Okay, I'm gonna try to unload and I'll be right back. Alright, managed to blow everything out with the fan. So yeah, this is it for this seeder. You've done us a great service this year. Kverneland or whatever you are. Can't actually remember the brand. Okay. Careful now. Careful. Like a glove. So I'm thinking that I'm still gonna use the small tractor to put potatoes in. The small Zetor. Because it's been doing a great job and I don't see any special need to take it off that assignment, and we can have some fun because it's a beautiful day. And it would be a shame to waste it in a cab after all the winter and snow and everything. It's Really nice and refreshing to be outside. Alright, and you seed are going in between here. Good thing we have a tractor. Can handle all this. Come on. Let it go. Let it go. Okay, and I'm probably gonna have to put some potatoes out, so let me go and take care of that. Such a bright and sunny day. Really nice. Okay, so we have 4 pallets still. Wow, a lot. We really overdone it when I bought the seed potatoes. The only thing I hope is they don't rot, because rotten seed are no good. Can't see. Love of God. What am I doing? Should be perfect, actually. Okay, we got it, we got it. This was much harder than it looked. Oh! Just as I stopped the engine on the Zetor, I remembered. The potato planter is hidden behind this. This box. Okay, let's jump over this. Yeah, this box needs to be moved. And this tractor doesn't have enough strength to actually move it. I mean, lift it. So I'm gonna just drag it off. Yeah. I'm guessing this isn't the correct procedure to do this. Okay, let's drop it down. Just leave it here. Yeah, I'm guessing this isn't the correct procedure because, yeah, putting too much strain on the pallet fork. And our vintage tractor is going to get to shine again. Alrighty, so we still have some seed potatoes in. Let's try and get it out and refill it. Somebody get me a banjo so I can play to the beat.
Alrighty. I remember when my father used to tell me that his stepfather and he, when they traveled to a different village, they used to have this wagon and an ox in front of it, and the trip was like, well, in today's standard it was 10 minutes, but back then it took the whole day to go there and back again on the gravel roads, and he has very, very fond memories of this, and I do believe him, you know. Life was much different back then. Okay. Do I need to do anything to start this? I kind of forgot. No, it's okay. Let's give it some more air to breathe, as it feels like it's choking on itself. And as before, I'm not gonna go all the way to the end, because it's nearly impossible to harvest if you can't turn around. So I think this is gonna be a great little divider where I cleaned up the field last time. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was thinking that I don't need to refill the planter. It turns out I will have to refill the planter. Look at how much it went down already. Shoot. Well, luckily it's not a far walk. Not too far to go. Okay, this is where I ran out. Ran out. It's past tense already. Yeah, let's go get the Zitor, and can we drive through here? Yeah, I think I can. We're going on an adventure. As you do. So think about it, I don't actually know what kind of counterweight I would need to move that oat box. I guess I bought too big of a box. I don't know. I might have to have a look at something smaller for the next season when we empty this one out. Whoops, this wasn't gonna fit. Beautiful. Like a glove. I think I'm gonna put it right here at the end, so I can still refill if I need to, even though I probably won't, but I ain't taking chances anymore. Yeah, you can wait here. And now we continue. Nice. Right, and with this we are done with potatoes. So this is the half of the field that we're gonna have this year. I won't go all the way to the edge because it's really hard to harvest it like that, so yeah, we're just gonna have to take a bit of a loss on the land side, but I don't think that's too important. And looking at the fields, nah, let's give it some time. I was thinking about putting some fertilizer on the ground already, but no, let's give the seeds some time to actually breathe, and then we're gonna throw fertilizer over. So let's see if we can fit this back in where we took it out from today. Come on, come on. This is the tightest fit I think I have here at the farm. Alright, let's put you back into your place. Excuse me, had to sneeze. I always like to turn the recording off when it's time to sneeze, because otherwise it might blow your ears out. Probably not, because I have limiters set on the microphone, but you never know. Okay, let's put all the stuff back where we found it from. While I was putting potatoes in, I was thinking, why am I doing this to myself? Why am I even bothering with potatoes? Because the yield in the previous season was extremely low, and the payout was also extremely low. But I don't know, it just kind of feels like, you know, this farm has always been a potato farm, and it kind of feels like I have to continue with that legacy. Even though that might be wrong, you know. Maybe the farm wasn't successful because it was stuck on potatoes. You always gotta have that in consideration.
I think it's a quad bike time. And I grabbed the wrong thing. Man, I love this toy. It's not a toy, it's a tool. For everybody watching, it's a tool and I need it. And it's making the farm more manageable and easier to run. So it's a needed thing. And I really love the colors. And these 90s colors. Okay, so let's see. Moisture 14, 20, 19, 7, 8. What does this corner say? 27, 27. Okay, so it went down by a few percent from previously. But before we do anything, I want to check something. Let me sit down here. So this is the weather report down here. And do you see where the problem lies? There's rain forecasted for at least 4 hours. From 4 AM to 8 AM. Problem. And if you watch the forecast for the next few episodes, April, both days rain. Second half of April even cold. May rain. Second half of May probably not rain, but we can't really tell because that's too far in front of us. So I will not be cutting grass today. And the decision is final. By the way, I have found something that I think is gonna be a great addition to the farm. And that is there is a company that makes greenhouses. And they have a hut and they have a covered greenhouse with heating inside and everything. It even collects rainwater for watering the plants, which I think it's amazing. So yeah, we might be having a look at that. And I have been on a few online forums and animal raising guides, and there was nowhere to be seen that the horses actually need carrots. It's enough if you provide them with hay and with oats. So they have to have a grain and they have to have hay. And if that is true, I basically have all the ingredients to raise healthy horses in this moment already. So we don't have to do anything extraordinary to be ready for the horses. Okay, this is close enough. Next time I'm gonna be spreading fertilizer so I can actually already hook up to the machine. Alright, and we can leave it resting here. Let's go check on our grapes. Alright, it's still going through some materials. So let me check some settings here. Alright, so I've upped the voltage just a little bit. Okay, beautiful. And we can use this to move around the farm. Yeehaw! So I want to have a quick look at the vineyard. Anything needing to be done? No, not yet. Probably comes a bit later on. Beautiful lambs. And how are the cows doing? They seem to be doing pretty well. Food, there's plenty of food in the trough. Cool. So, since we have done mostly what we wanted to for today, I'll probably end the episode here. If something interesting happens, I will let you know. I do have the water fountain ordered, so that should be arriving probably next time, or maybe 2 episodes from now. And I also am looking at that greenhouse thing, and I think it's gonna fit pretty well with our farm. But I still want to wait for a little bit, so I actually have all the information where I'm gonna put the horse barn and everything else. So thank you all for watching. Hope you had fun. Take care and see you next time. And goodbye.